guys, it's Monday. We had a little rest. Well, we never have rest, but you probably had a little rest. I've got 3 kids, you can never have a rest with them. And it's gorgeous weather, but we've had kind of a, I don't know what it was, monsoon, a hurricane, and disaster has struck. Disaster has struck big time. Look what happened, guys. Look what happened. Luckily, the BMW kind of fell right in the middle. Our wheels down there. So you've got to learn the lesson, guys. Never ever rush, because when you rush, you look like a complete and utter fool. You can't fit a million things in one day. Take things easy. Well, take things slow, plan, because this is a prime example of what happens if you rush. Basically, the water got collected, created like a bucket, because we haven't put enough poles to make the water slide off, so you just pull the whole structure down. So now, coming back to our BMW van discussion, here we are using it again. We got some more poles to reinforce this bad boy, and we're gonna make a proper decent structure now so that we can carry on. We're actually getting some seats for E34, so we'll be showing you how to paint them in the upcoming series. But we'll show you just spend a couple of minutes showing you later on how we've reinforced this, and then we'll carry on doing the wheels, hopefully. So catch you later, dudes. So yesterday we spent pretty much all day rebuilding our gazebo that our useless Egyptian architect has built and completely fucked it up, basically. So we got some Greeks in, hidden them up someone's Greek, transported them in, so now they started building it. Basically, what we've done, what you have to do when you reinforce one of these, we figured out the hard way. Put 4 poles on each side, so that's what we've done. Reinforce them on the ground here, slap some heavy weight on, and then come inside. So we've added 1, 2, probably have another one, so about 3 poles down the other side. 2 again. Poles down the end. We're gonna put some wood across it, and then we're gonna put some wood all the way around the frame to make a secure structure, on which then we're gonna bolt on some more wood and return the structure to its original shape. But this time wood's gonna hold it, not just this flimsy piece of shit poles. First thing we're gonna do actually today is just finish off this wheel. It may look alright on the camera, but it's not alright. I've messed it right up. That's what I was saying, guys. Take your time and do not rush in preparation. I've made this mistake myself, clearly, because look at this. I haven't mastered properly. Come here. Show our fellas. I haven't mastered properly. It all looked masked, but even the slightest hole is gonna get sprays on your paintwork. And when you put them back on your car, people are gonna look and say, damn, they're shit. So we're gonna mask them up again. I'm gonna show you how to mask up this type of rim properly, and then just give it another coat of red, let it settle, and then give it some gloss. So we're gonna show you that today as well. It's time to finish this wheel. So we're gonna mask all this up again, right on the line, to respray this dish again, because it hasn't come out like we wanted. So just get a wide masking tape like this, and just follow the line, and just get it right on the end, like of the color that you're gonna respray, and just carry on carefully all the way around. Make sure your tape sticks to it in sections, otherwise your tape is gonna come off as you go around. We've kind of finished masking up the center section of the wheel. So when you've finished masking, see some of your masking tape will come off, especially if your masking tape is as shit as our one from Poundland. So here's some advertisement from Poundland. for Poundland. Yeah, just go around with your finger, making sure it's stuck right to your rim. You don't want any, even the slightest gap. We'll just paint the section that you don't want in red, so you really have to make sure it's airtight. Once you've made that sure, by the way, as you can see, we're doing another way, but before we showed you putting the card on top, but I personally prefer this way. It just depends, you know, what you're used to really. So take a plastic bag, and as this is sticky already, plug your plastic bag under there, and just kind of stick it on all the way around. I just think this is much easier personally. Right, another hard day. Loads of work done. Finished one of the wheels until this fucked it up a little bit.
That fucking Greek guy here.
It's okay, it'll rub off. Just need to wait for it to dry. And yeah, this one's pretty much done, so that will go back on the car tomorrow. But we haven't finished with it yet, because we're gonna put like a stripe, a rim tape, just to cover up any of the mistakes. And we're gonna put some rim blades on. So that's coming up. Today we reinforced our garage. So put some more wooden poles in. Well, like every meter kind of thing. In all the corners, obviously. So within the next couple of days, we'll start building the roof structure. So we'll have the poles going here so that to secure the roof and bring it back up. So hopefully we'll have a good winter of doing loads of car work and sending you guys videos and showing you how this shit's done properly. Okay. Alright, boys and girls, in this car show, as I told you before, we don't just tell you how to do your cars, but we also tell you how to build things, where to do your cars, but most importantly, we tell you morals in life. Very good moral in life: do not fucking rush shit. Look, instead of having all nicely done wheels on my car, we've spent the last 4 days rebuilding this fucker. And all because I got this dude from Egypt who claimed to have built pyramids. And what fucking happened? Fell down. Pyramids didn't fall down, did they? But this fucking thing fell down. So I got my cane out, whipped him a few times, fucking his camel ran away and shit. And then, but in the end, we had a good productive day. So what we've done, reinforced it with beams across every single pole, and then across there as well. So now, I think Hurricane Ivan will come and suck a dick, brother, because this shit's standing here for a while, baby. But yesterday, actually, we didn't work because I went off to, where did I go? Oh, to Oxford, out of all places, to pick up some M5 seats for this bad boy. So this coming up soon, probably in episode 1 by the time we finish building this shit. But yeah, we're gonna respray some seats, put some seats in. So that's what I mean about owning a classic old cars. It's, you know, you have to love it so much, and you have to be free enough to be prepared to fucking travel miles to get bits, because you can't just be selective saying, oh, I'm gonna get this thing in a year, because in a year's time you're not gonna find it. Or if you are going to find it, it's going to be a lot more expensive. You may have to travel more. So with classic car parts, as soon as you see them, you should grab them, guys. Pay the guy deposit, tell him I'll pay you later, but secure them because they're gonna go away. Anyway, to get to the point, I'm gonna show you how to paint these letters inside here. Last time I tried to show you how to do it with a syringe and some paint in a syringe, but it's actually I found out a bit harder. This way it's easier, I think. So if you haven't got any liquid paint, just in a can, get a can, spray it in the top like this to get yourself some paint. There, see all the paints in there. Get yourself a brush. I've actually made it smaller by cutting it off and cutting off you know, some of these bits to make it thinner, because I didn't have a thinner one. Because to get in letters, it needs to be really thin. So and just carefully, without rushing, start adding the color in. In this thing, it does take some time, but you shouldn't rush it, otherwise it will look shit. So where you have to go in thin places so that the paint doesn't splatter, you choose a point where you can get your brush in and just slide carefully your brush across to get it inside. And so carry on doing this for an hour or something, and then enjoy. So we'll show you what we've done in a minute. Alright guys, we've as you can see now finished the first wheel. Point of congratulations there. At least this is your starting point. The ones after that should get better as you practice more. Right, when you've taken off the wheel, it's always a good idea to clean up what's under the wheel. Might as well. Only takes a couple of minutes. So you want to clean up your brake calipers. Use some degreaser to start off with. Just clean it up. Probably wouldn't even need to repaint it. And also clean up the drum as well. So yeah, make sure you degrease it and just take off all this black crap. So after you've degreased it, just roughen it up with a fine sandpaper. Always roughen up any surface that you're gonna respray. We're just gonna put one quick coat on there so it looks all nice and shiny. Also get rid of all this corrosion on the drum. Now obviously remember that all these parts have to be sprayed with a special heat resistant paint. So that's the caliper paint. You can also get caliper silver paint, but I'm just using this. It's cheaper, high temperature paint for stuffs, etc. So we're gonna paint the silver again quickly, and this in red. Right guys, now we're ready to spray the caliper. Very easy to mask up the caliper. You don't need a load of paper or tape really. Just take a thin plastic bag, just like that, 1 second, and it's pretty much done. It doesn't matter if you get a little bit of paint on the disc, because obviously it will just rub off within a couple of seconds. So very easy to paint calipers. I really don't know why people pay for that stuff. Right guys, we're ready to spray paint the caliper now. If it's windy like it is today, use a shield like this to shield yourself off of the wind. Done all the masking, so just warm it up, give it a shake, and give it a quick top coat to freshen it up, because you want your new rims looking fly with some fresh calipers. Give it a quick top coat. Don't need to be over excessive, because obviously it's already red. We just want to freshen it up your drum a little bit. I mean, we don't have to with this one, but we might as well where there are bits of corrosion. So for example here, just cover up the disc and just, you know, give it a quick squirt. Make sure you don't cover your... Ooh. That's okay, that if it's on a disc, obviously it's all gonna come off. What's up, homies? Right, remember when we were doing up these wheels and how good they looked? Show them. Now, that's what happened exactly after 1 day, guys. You spend about a week doing your wheels, or you spend crazy amount of money getting your wheels done if you can't be asked doing it yourself, and then your missus goes and fucking curbs one of them. We have a good solution. Instead of getting your missus, but there's a better solution that will easily hide those scuffs, that will save your wife's life and will make you, you know, a lot more chilled, and it will actually make your car look a lot better. So let me come and show you. So that's where she fucked it all up, obviously. And we're gonna use some rim protectors. Now we sell them for 12 quid including postage. This has been one of the most popular products ever. What you do, you need to degrease this wheel, because if you're using any car shine product, they all have grease in there. So get some degreaser, like an end cleaner, something like this. Spray it on the area where you will be sticking at the rim protectors, so around the edge of your rim. Get like a cloth, clean the edge of your rim. Like that. So see, even though I washed it yesterday, you can see all this grease in there. So when we get stupid twats complaining that I bought this from you for so much money, a whole £10, and now they don't stick. And that is because not our product is shit, it's because you are shit, my friend. Preparation is the key, like we always say. So first step one is degrease it properly. Go around a few times. I mean, I know these wheels are fairly clean, so I'm not going to be too anal about it, but once you've done that, get yourself some dry tissue. Wipe it all off with some dry tissue, and then we supply these. Now, stupid pricks among some of our customers, unfortunately, think this is all that you're gonna need to clean your wheels. I mean, how the fuck is this all you're gonna need to clean your wheels? I mean, look at the size of your wheels and look at the size of that. This, my friends, as is stated in the instruction manuals, which we never read clearly, is for checking if your wheel is clean. So you take a small alcohol pad and just go around the rim, and you see after all that it's still dirty. So and hopefully this has taken everything off, so you get a clean section. Go around once again. Now this is much better. So this is a sign that you're now ready to stick your rim protectors on. But before you do that, once again, make sure that it's all dry. Then don't just go sticking these on, because this 3M tape is not strong enough to do 150 miles an hour wherever you drive at. So this is why we supply this. This is not glue. This is a 3M Primer 94 or adhesion accelerator. So this is supplied in a pack, all ready for you to use with a brush tip bottle. So you go round your rim, applying this primer to the area where you will be sticking it. Don't be stingy with it, guys, put plenty on. In this bottle there is 5 milliliters. That's enough for about 2 cars. This primer is the main stuff that makes the 3M tape stick, because basically the composition and the electrical charge of every surface is different. So metal has one indicator, the plastic has the other, etc. What 3M primer does, it makes all surfaces compatible exactly to the 3M tape. So when we say put it on, and don't be twats and then complain that it's falling off because you haven't put it on. So just again, look that you've applied it everywhere. The area will go a bit matty where you've applied it, so you can see where you've done it basically. So I'm just gonna quickly go once again, make sure, yeah, it's all gone matty there, so I can feel that it's been applied. Now you don't stick it on straight away, it's not glue. You have to wait for the primer to dry a couple of minutes. You can always speed up the process with a hairdryer. I mean, we're using a hairdryer for this example, as everyone's got a hairdryer, or take one off your bird. I mean, she's probably gonna kick you in the bollocks when you return it. but you know, everyone's got a hairdryer, so just make sure that the primer is dry. Before you start, you shall need obviously your rim protectors, 8 meters there, so this is enough for 4 wheels up to 22 inches. We already showed you the primer, so we've used that. We no longer need that. You're gonna need a pair of scissors, and you're gonna need a Stanley knife. So, to begin, get your protector and make sure that the end is cut off flat. That's gonna ease the joining at the when you're finished at the end. So make sure it's all squared off like this. Then heat is the most important thing in any adhesion process. You know, the air temperature has to be around 20 degrees Celsius or above for the primer and the 3M tape you know, work properly. In England, it's pretty much never that temperature. I mean, now they're saying it's around about 18, but it's not. I mean, the wind factor and stuff like that, it's not enough for this to become warm and soft enough to stick properly. So heat is very important. So take your hairdryer and warm up about 6-inch section at a time until it becomes a lot softer and a lot more flexible. You'll feel it in your hand being all soft and flexible. Then obviously take off the protecting bit. If you have damage like this, don't start at the damage, because this point is the most vulnerable point of your protector. So start a little bit further away. So we're gonna start about here. So put it on the edge of your rim like this and just go around firmly, pressing it in. Pressing it in is very important because 3M tape has small pores in it where the adhesive kind of sits, and you need to press it so that the that adhesive is released. Now, quite a few people don't know that, but it's important. So press it firmly to start off with, and then go around again, pressing it a bit more. So now we can feel that this section is quite hard, so we'll warm it up again. See? Nice and easy. All your scuffs are getting covered up, like they're not even there. So your wife can carry on smacking them. Do is just remove these rim protectors and stick on new ones. I mean, obviously, if you hit this at speed, people say, "Oh, you said that these rim protectors will protect my wheel," and then that twat goes and hits the curb at about 100 miles an hour. His fucking whole alloy is ripped up. And he thinks that this piece of plastic was supposed to protect him from being a cunt driver. So sorry, but we're not here a cunt school. We're just showing you how to conceal the scuffs which you've done by bad driving. And according to statistics, if you've curbed a wheel once, there is 98.2% chance that you're gonna do it again. So that's why I keep telling everyone, what's the point of going and refurbing your wheels and paying, like some people pay like about 100 quid per wheel to get them done. I mean, that's ridiculous. And then you come out and fucking cane it in the next day. Here, very cheap and easy solution, and all your problems are solved. Gone round the whole wheel nearly, pushed it really firmly, every kind of centimeter. Now we're getting to the end. Now the end is important bit. And for the end, we'll need a super glue, which we haven't got. 1 second. Right, so warm up the last bit like we did before. And then when you stick it on, overlap it like this. So overlap it over the top. Then you get yourself a sharp Stanley knife and just cut it so that you get a bit of the one underneath as well. That way you make sure you get the straight line. So we take off the top. There's actually a little bit in there, so we just take this out. That little bit. So that's now joined. Now this is the bit where it's most vulnerable and it can get unstuck on, because there's a slight gap and moisture and stuff can get in there. So you need to seal that. Now for this you need some super glue. Don't use liquid super glue. Use super glue gel, because liquid super glue, you are at risk of super glue running in there. You know, ruining your rim really. It's a myth that super glue will ruin your rim, because you can get some super glue debonder sells in any DIY shop, and that will remove your super glue. But anyway, to overcome that, or just use some gel. So put it on the gap there. See, it doesn't run. So I think by now it would have squirted everywhere. So put it like that, and then just tidy it up a bit, you know, pushing it in the hole, seal it up. That's it really, let it set, and just go around the section which we've just put on. And that's it really. And I mean, if you've done it properly, about an hour is enough to leave it until you can drive. I mean, first day, don't go mental in it. I know you want to show everyone off your pimped out car with new rim blades, but take it easy, yeah, for about a day or two. And then after that, you know, it should be fine. I mean, I've tested these at about 145 miles an hour. That's as far as this thing went, unfortunately. Once you've done that, you can also treat it with some nice dust It deserved it. We're obviously going to put the center cap back on soon. Our mate is redoing them because they got contaminated with some dust. So yeah, I think it looks a lot better when it was scuffed up. So there you go, boys and girls. Don't punish your wife. Punish her in the bedroom instead. And just whack on some rim blades and save yourself a lot of hassle. Peace. If the bitch scuffed your rims, what do you do? Do-do-do-do. Kill her. Do-do-do-do. Oh no, you go and buy some rim blades, and then fuck her. So, just to finish off, as we see, we've made some small mistakes here due to some crap masking. So just to finish off, we're gonna put some rim tape on there just to cover up any mistakes. Also, this should help less dust build up here, because this surface is kind of more slippery. So we use 3M Primer 94 for pretty much everything that we stick on, because it works just as well on stickers. It will stick a lot better. Apply it on the area where you will be sticking your rim tape. So you waited a minute for the primer to dry, and now you're ready to stick on the rim tape. So get a small section, make sure you get it on straight on the first bit. That's the most important, and then the rest will follow. So I'm putting it right on the edge. So the way to do it is kind of pull off a small section like this, pull it, stretch it a bit. Just working down. You can kind of pull it left to right a little bit if you've gone over. know that you can spin the wheel with jack the car up. It'll be a lot easier. Otherwise you have to lie on your back like a woman, spread your legs and put it on. It's not good. We'll show you the unpretty way of doing it later if you want, but this way is a lot better. So you just turn the wheel and just carry on going all the way around. Nice and easy. It'll take you a couple of minutes per wheel. That's it. And some of you guys, that kind of shit that you do to your cars is just fucking unbelievable.